What up, dope people? You know what it is, your man Prop. This is another episode of Cigars with Friends, man. And this week I got my homie, my big homie, D White kicking it with us. I got my young dog, young millionaire in the making, CEO Fields. We about to chop it up. We're gonna talk about entrepreneurship. We're gonna talk about stocks. We're gonna talk about crypto, and then whatever come to mind. So let me bring everybody in and let's get this thing started. What up, though?
What's happening?
No doubt.
Everybody good?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Blast, baby.
That's what's up, man. You know how we started off. I always represent whoever we smoking today. Today I'm representing the 263 brand again. You know what I'm saying? I'm being consistent for a second. Shout out to my boy Fresh. Shout out to Southwest T. Everybody that's back home. Went to the crib last week and got me a little re-up. So that's how we doing this. But first off, I just want to talk about, financial freedom. This is a big issue as far as our community trying to get into it, because like most of our generations, we've been taught to go to work, pay bills, and die. You know what I'm saying? We never was even speaking about investments or credit or just making power plays for the next generation. Most of us don't even have fucking life insurance. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start with you. Since you're the youngest and you out here doing your thing on that stock, man. Financial freedom, what that mean to you?
Doing what you want, living on your terms. So I think it's more than just having money in your account, though. You know what I mean? Like for me, financial literacy is literally living on my terms. I have my own business, and then the profits come in, and then we put that money to work for us. So that's what financial literacy kind of mean to me. You know what I mean?
And that's real. D White, so you the elder statesman in the game. You done been through the hustle. You done been through the, through the system, and you out here doing your thing as an entrepreneur. So being that you the OG of the group tonight, what it mean to you?
Well, man, just like my young dog said, it's about the freedom, man. It's about answering to yourself. My thing is like this: if you go punch a clock 9 to 5, and me, I'm gonna go hard. Period. So if I'm gonna go hard for Joe Blow, shit, I'm gonna kill myself for me. So I mean, and it's all about. I treat everything as a hustle. I don't give a fuck. Excuse me. I don't know if I can cuss on here, but I don't give a damn what it is. I treat everything as a hustle. So if I feel that if I'm hustling, I'm doing the shit that I like to do, it ain't work to me. You know what I mean? I mean, from putting on the suit to putting on some damn rubber boots and getting at it.
That makes sense, man. I like how you said, I'm about to cuss, then say damn.
Hey, you already know me.
Yeah, no, you can cuss on here, baby. This real radio. We want it raw and uncut. We ain't sugarcoating shit. And to me personally, on my end, I'm thinking financial freedom is the legacy that I can leave for my family. You know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, we all gonna leave this earth, but I want my kids to be straight. You know what I'm saying? Like I taught, like my youngest daughter, she can do photography, video, everything I do, she know how to do. My oldest daughter makes shirts and does custom stuff, even though she has a 9 to 5 and that she's in college. If she don't want to, she never has to work for anyone. But I want to teach them about credit and about investing and shit that I never learned. Like I just really got into the stock game last year. You know what I'm saying? So I only seen one person in my family ever play in the stocks, but they never broke it down or explained it. You know what I mean? So this is first generation in my family. You know what I mean? So I just want to be on trying to get game to people, because like a lot of people check our show out, and sometimes we get on here and shoot the shit because that's what I'm a silly nigga. That's just what I do. But I want people to pick up some gems in the process. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I want to talk about, cause I see if you get on Facebook, everybody's an expert trader right now. So I want to talk about this stock game and this crypto game, because me personally, I jumped into stocks seriously last year, right when the pandemic hit, and I kind of fell into my lap. I was on Cash App sending some payment out to somebody, and it popped up. Cash App had stocks, and I didn't even know you can trade on Cash App. So I'm looking through the stocks, and I saw that Carnival Cruise Line was $8 a share, but it was at 28. So I'm like, damn. It's good. I'm thinking, back then we thought the shutdown was only going to be for a month. So I'm like, the industry going to bounce back. So I bought the stock at $8 a share, and then 2 months it shot back up to 20. So I jumped out of it. But I was just thinking like, damn, this is going to be my way of doing the stock hustle, is to target everything that's affected by COVID and jump in at low and wait to rise up. And then like and the process of that, I've been, schooling myself. I've been in your group, you know what I'm saying, the hustle group. I've been in, different little forums and just networking and researching myself and built my portfolio up. So I want to let's touch on jumping into this stock market. We're gonna start with you, Fields, because I know that's your thing. How did you get into jumping into the stock game, and when did you get into it?
Yeah, so I want to say I started investing back in 2014, and I had the capital that I used to invest with. I earned through dog walking. I was doing dog walking, and I noticed a void, because I'm out here in LA or whatever, and I noticed a void, in this dog walking industry. Where these women, these older women, they were the dog walkers, and I was a dog walker, and I figured, hey man, I'm more physical, I'm younger, so I started running these dogs, and with this came a premium price, if you will, and I had this money coming in hand over fist, man. And I'll keep it real with you. I got a homie, he's a senior plastics engineer at Apple, and I'm fast forwarding the story, but the business was successful, and I had about $30,000 or something like that cash. I had it in a shoebox. He came down, he and his wife, and it was like, we drinking, smoking, and everything. And he like, I pulled the cash out. I don't know what I was doing, just young rich nigga shit. Just like, all 30, 30 all blue strips and shit. And he like, bro, it's a white boy too. He's like, bro, why you have all this cash here? I was like, because I'm winning. What you mean? So I got all this cash. He like, no. He's like, for real? Why you got this cash? I'm like, no, bro, I don't trust the banks. Yada yada yada. Blah blah blah. Long story short, he's like, man, you should consider investing. And I was just like, okay. The story that he gave me was, if you keep this money, if you put this money in the shoebox on January 1st and you don't touch it, and you come back December 31st, how much money in there? And, it's the same amount. It's dead money. So anyway, that's how I really got on my radar. Then I went and bought, One Up Wall Street by Peter Lynch, and The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. So those two books were pivotal for me in the beginning. Once I read up on them, I got a little understanding of what I wanted to do. I kind of like the Intelligent Investor teaches you the difference between speculating and investing. I keep it real with you. 99.99% of people that you see on Facebook are speculators. You know what I'm saying? It's not too many investors on Facebook. All right. So that book teaches you the difference between those two. And then the second book, One Up Wall Street, kind of taught me what to invest in. And Peter Lynch was saying to invest in things you already know. You know what I'm saying? And you spend your money on and things like that. So then once I was in that mindset, I started looking around like I'm coming to you off of my MacBook. You feel me? I'm slapping off the iPhones like crazy. I had iPhone, everything, Apple, everything. And then my boy worked at Apple. Okay. So I'm like, all right, yeah, let me buy Apple. This was June of 2014. They had just done a split where the stocks was $700 and something, and they split and it went down to 92.40. I'll never forget, because I was naive. I was like, oh, 92. I know it's going to go back up to 700 at some point. Exactly. And then I jumped in, and then I started thinking about, okay, where does my household spend money? Well, my girl got Amazon coming to the door every day. You feel me? I wear Nikes. We got, Johnson & Johnson products. We got this and that, McCormick and this and this. And so that's how I started kind of, building my portfolio. From there, though, I started trading, right? And being that, once I started trading, I started kind of focusing on more like the technical analysis and like Japanese candlesticks and things like that, because the Japanese candlesticks are the language of the market. Like, for example, Bitcoin today, right? It took a plunge, but if you understand Japanese candlesticks, you already knew it was going to take a plunge. So real niggas like me, we closed our Bitcoin positions today in profit. And when that bitch fell, nigga, I went back in and bought some more up on niggas. But that's how you do it. You feel me? And that's how I kind of got started. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. That's a hell of a story. You took something that you was doing, you caked up and put it into something to grow, and then you educated yourself. I think that'd be a problem to a lot of people. We'll be monkey see, monkey do, and you see other people doing it, and then you just jump in. You know what I mean? Without having any information. And I think that'd be the problem. People be taking them L's. And And then different people trade. Well, me personally, I feel like your stock portfolio, everybody's gonna be different. Some people in for the long haul. Somebody jump in, jump out, because it just depends on your long game and your short game. So I just think information is the big part. A lot of people just don't got the information. They not studying, they not researching, or they just think they know something because it's just not as simple as it looks. You know what I'm saying? You got to
Mm-hmm.
watch those candlesticks. So you got to see, okay, if it's taking a hike, you might want to get in and get out of there. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to buy while it's on the up. You want to buy when it's low and catch it on the up, and that's when you sell before it come back down. It's so many little quick nuances of the stock game that I think people are just jumping into it because there's so much money floating around right now. I don't think people are processing the part of the education side of it. You know what I'm saying? So if a motherfucker can come out this pandemic with the most money that is floating around right now, and in 5 years they set they family in a position to be straight, they some fucking idiots.
Exactly. So look, I'm glad you used 5 years because 5 years is the maturity date or the maturity length of what probably one of the most important accounts when it comes to investing. And so, I like I said, 99.99% of these people on Facebook, they don't know what they're doing. You feel me? And I'm gonna tell you why. First and foremost, if niggas ain't in a retirement account taking, advantage of these tax benefits that are available to us, you already fucking yourself. You feel me? So if you in Robinhood, that's Webull, all of I already know right there what type of level you on. Feel me? Because you can't get no retirement account there. There's no Roth IRAs there. They only have brokerage accounts there. You feel me? So the brokerage account, what was that?
Fields. Hey, what are you in LA?
Right now I'm in Georgia, but yeah, I live in LA.
Okay. And I just really got a general question. So, okay, I'm an old school cat. I ain't that old, but I'm an old school cat, and I do shit the old school way, and I believe in the old school way. I mean, even old school music, I love it.
Yeah.
But now on the investment and on the stocks, I'm not highly educated in it, but I dibble and dab just a little bit. And when I say a little bit, it's a little bit. But what the things that if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
33.
Okay, I'm 50. I'm finna be 52 next month. So the things that I see guys my age, I'm a shoebox nigga. I under the mattress nigga. You see what I'm saying? I do banking, but I'm an old school nigga though. You see what I'm saying? So the things that you're saying, I think is so very important for the generation up under you, 19 to 25, 30 years old. It's very important for them to notice because just like you said, it's a lot of money floating around out here. Everybody got bands. Everybody got money. So instead of going to buy that $200 bottle of 1942 or going to buy some rims or going to buy a car, or not saying you might not need a car or whatever, but instead of blowing that money, make that 1,500, 3,000 in 3 months. You see what I'm saying? And I really think it's very important for these young folks the younger generation to notice. Not saying it's too late for me, but the way I do things, I said I made it to 50 years old or 52 years old doing something right because I made it. You see what I'm saying? When I turned 50, bro, I cried like a baby because I ain't supposed to be here. When I tell you the streets, you know what I mean? Been to prison, did that time, came home, record label, 4 or 5 different businesses. You know what I'm saying? And living good. Can smoke anything I want to. Can't smoke it in the house though. The wife will kill me.
Yeah. I already know.
but it's I think it's very important, man. And if you are maybe teaching classes, I want to get in. I want to learn more about it, and then try to bring young folks in to teach them financial literacy, bank accounts, because the curriculum they taught in school when I was there, I don't use none of that shit now. Period. They didn't teach me how to. They didn't teach us how to balance no fucking checkbook, how to pay your bills, or if you make $5, save 3 of them. They ain't teach us none of that shit. So So the curriculum they got going on now, yeah, wow. And the crazy part of it, my baby 25 years old, so I have no idea what the fuck going on in school right now. You see what I'm saying? So I've always felt like I was a problem. I was a part of the problem when I was out here in the streets doing the shit that I was doing. Now, since I've been home, all I want to do is be a part of the solution. You see what I'm saying? So if there's anything that you got going on that you might need a hand with, help with, I'm extending my hand. Not saying I know everything, but I got resources and can reach a long way. You know what I mean? And I move around. You know, I just left out in Arizona. I just left Georgia too, actually, but I move around.
I know who you are. You feel me? I know who you are, OG. You ain't got to tell me. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry.
Hey, okay. Listen, I already know who you are. Listen, okay. The wife is that's my second mom, man.
Huh?
Your wife is my second mom.
Wow. Man. Okay. You know what? Yeah. Okay.
Hey, you solid, man. I appreciate that. Hell yeah. Listen, I haven't finalized. I haven't signed the deal yet, but yes, I might be doing the second seminar series back in the D. Juneteenth weekend. So once they come back with the contract, you feel me? It's a venue downtown. It's on Gratiot or whatever. And once they come back with the paperwork, I'm gonna start announcing it. You know? But that'll be Juneteenth weekend in the D. You know what I'm saying? That'll be the seminar. It's gonna be crazy. We're going crazy. And then also I'm starting a school. That's my end goal, right? My end goal is to start this school because of what you said is right. It's not for me. It's about the next generation. It's about the babies that ain't even born yet, right?
Right.
So the school that I have and the idea that I have is a K through 12. It's not a secondary school. It's a primary school because you said it. What we were taught in school, like I don't use the shit I was taught. So
period.
You feel me? Like, and they like bro said, they still teaching the same shit they was teaching you, me, and him. So you feel me? So it's like for me, I'm like, okay, all right, bet. So I'm gonna start my own school and I'm gonna teach them from K through 12. Basically, the whole thing, your whole, school career with me at Big Wolf Academy is gonna be taking a $100 investment and using a technique that I use to find 5 to 10% on a trade while only risking 3%. See, the idea with me doing that is risk management. Here's another thing about why I know a lot of people on Facebook don't know what they're doing, because when you coming in with this pape, the first thing you do is protect the pape. You feel me? A lot of people be trying to just run the bag up and they have no proper risk management. You feel me? So anyway, with this strategy, we'll teach them how to find these trades that are going to produce anywhere from 5 to 10% without risking more than 3%. All right. And then once we grow this bag from $100 to $10,000 in a custodial IRA, right? The reason I'm doing a custodial IRA because these kids are underage. A custodial IRA is an account for your child, but you are running the account. So if I have a custodian account for all of these kids, I can allow them to start investing at a young age. All right. And while I'm teaching them this strategy to capture these trades 5 to 10%, when they graduate at the age of 18, we will release this IRA to them. And they have figured out not only how to turn 100 to 10,000, but they have figured out what financial literacy and freedom is, because now that same 5 to 10% strategy that you've perfected over 12 years of working with the Big Wolf, my baby, that's going off of a $10,000 account. My nigga, that's producing $500 to $1,000 every trade. Okay, so now you don't got to go to school. You ain't got to go to work. For what? For what?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And we're going to teach you about credit, all that shit. So I'm coming with all that, man. That shit coming.
Yeah. And see, like I said, that's another important thing because, Caucasians and the Asians and all other nationalities, they teach their kids these things. Credit, bank accounts. Not saying I don't fault my mother and father for it, but hell, I'm number 8 out of 9. They ain't had time to teach me shit. They had to feed us. You feel me?
And they can't teach you what they don't know, though.
That is
That's a fact.
100% true. That is fact. That is fact. So and you know, my youngest son, you know, he's off into a little bit of everything: basketball, YouTube, trying to model, trying to do a little bit of everything, and which is fine and dandy. And like I told him, I'm gonna support you, but you gotta understand this. Why I'm trying to support you as morally anyway, you know, I'm supporting
Right.
you. Bro, you still gotta eat. You know
Still
what I'm
gotta
saying?
work though.
I got a nephew that's where he finna be a rapper. Matter of fact, my oldest son, he gonna be a rapper. You still gotta eat though. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You still gotta eat. So, and it's just small shit, man, that you gotta do that I try to pass along to certain cats. A lot of these young cats you can't talk to. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I never forget. I was home less than 48 hours, and I went up, holler at, you know, my play little brother at the shoe shop. You know, we standing outside kicking it. Young dude walked past. When I say his pants was on his ass, his pants was damn near on his ankles. And I say, hey, young dog, man, you might want to pull your pants up, man. You walk around like that in prison, somebody gonna take your ass. He gonna tell me, oh, old school, you don't know what you talking about. And I said right there, yes, I guess I can't come home and think I can talk to all these young niggas because you can't.
Yeah.
So
No.
I mean, I try to reach some of them and try to teach some of them and show some of them. I even try to get some of them jobs and, you know, just show them how to put their grind down, put their hustle down. Because you talking about when I was a young nigga, shit, shoveling snow, cutting grass, whatever it had, and I'm still the same way. You know what I mean? My thing is like that. Them $20 turns into $200 to $2,000 now because I got real nigga bills. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? And I live a certain way. I like certain shit. So
Right.
it's like I said, I put everything in the bag as a hustle, no matter what. Just like the stocks, I'm definitely gonna get with you on that to learn more about it and to
Please do.
instead of spending my money on this type of shit. You know what I mean? You know, I can.
Well, hold up. I gotta stop you right there. So here's
Okay.
the thing. Here's the thing. You can, because we getting it, right? So you can buy that, and then so what I like to do, because I smoke a lot of weed, okay?
Okay.
Whatever I spend on weed, I make sure I match that in investment.
Okay.
Sense.
I like that. Okay.
That's pretty
I
much
mean, I don't feel that bad.
no, you
You
putting
say
yourself in a situation that if you can jack it on something else, you also putting that same amount into building it back up. So that make a lot of sense.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm with that. I can do
Then that
that.
way you this ain't cold turkey for you. You still doing what you love, and at the same time, it's really coming back.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
you know what?
Go ahead.
No,
I just like how the information is pouring, because you look at it right now. This is 3 generations of black men in sharing information. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You 50, I'm 40, he 30. You feel what I'm saying? So this is a step to building the community. You know what I mean? Because in the world today, these 3 generations, if we're not related, don't kick it.
True.
You understand? Because what I don't know, he might know. What we don't know, you might know. But if we building each other up, how can we lose? But I think that platforms like this is the reason why. That's why I wanted. This is why I picked these you two guests today, because I know that we are all 3 entrepreneurs, and so that's 3 business owners with multiple streams of income, and we also trying to get into this investment game and building. So with that being said, this platform, I want hopefully the people that's checking it out, that's listening, that's going to check it out on, you know, the audio when it come out on Spotify and all that, they actually take something from it, because just in the first 20 minutes, what he ran off was information I never heard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not the only one that didn't know this information. So I'm just hoping, I'm just saying this to the audience. I hope y'all taking heed, and if y'all missed it, make sure y'all run it back, because y'all just picking up free game that people charge for this. It's called consultation fees. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, this is real shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to, you know, shout that out real quick. And also talking about this I want to get into this crypto game. I see a lot of people was going crazy over, well, we just seen the plunge that happened after Elon Musk said that he wasn't taking Bitcoin for Tesla. It dropped like $8,000 in like an hour. And then I seen that, well, I don't know how you pronounce it, Dogecoin, whatever. I shot up and then crashed back down. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen people, it's just crazy how that game is running right now. You know what I'm saying? And what make it shoot up and shoot down and you not knowing when you're supposed to get in it. I'm seeing people saying bad dodge coin. I'm like, nigga, it's already at 60 cents. You supposed to bought that shit when it was at 2 cents and 5 cents. You see what I'm saying? But what's your take on how that went up and went down?
Let me ask him this though. Let me ask you
Go
this.
ahead.
So the Tesla owner did Saturday Night Live or whatever you call that shit. But I'm asking you this, and this is just something I believe. They say shit and do shit to make the stocks plunge or go up or down and make motherfuckers go crazy.
They've been manipulating the stock game for years.
Yeah,
for sure. I agree with that. I mean, that's what we all clearly saw that.
Right.
Yeah, we saw that with GameStop as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do it. You know, at a time, you went to prison for this shit. But I don't know what's going on now. It's a whole different game. But the crypto shit is. So here's the thing, man. These cryptos are, just because Coinbase is a publicly traded company, that's just the first company that really is out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's unregulated, really. Like now they trying to, come back and reach and grab everything, from the past or whatever. I think like one of the other exchanges, like Kraken, they were subpoenaed and they asking for records back to 2016 on U.S. residents. So, you know what I mean? They trying to reach back and grab all of that. But being realistic about it is, it's still so new that they can't control it. They don't know what's going on. So anyway, these people like Elon Musk, these master marketers, or, these manipulators, if you want to call them that, they understand that right now was a perfect time. Okay. So I'm just going to go back, because in my group, I think it was like 2019, I had already forecasted this. And it's crazy because people think I'll be just like, nah, nigga, I really do this shit. Like, you feel me? And I told people back then, when Bitcoin was $4,000, I said, listen, something is going to happen. I thought it was a global recession, but I'm really like, I talk to Wall Street people all the time. Like, I'm not playing, and so they was telling me some shit was going to happen. So I came and gave it right back to the group. I said, listen, to combat this shit, I'm buying cryptocurrency. Okay. That was a long time ago. All right. And the reason I did that was because I knew that these rich people were about to do some shit. Then this was when like before COVID happened, because all of the CEOs start stepping down, all that weird shit, blah, blah, blah. Right. And so I'm just like, all right, man, these rich people, they can control these cryptos because they're not regulated by the SEC. Right. Motherfucking Elon Musk went on Joe Rogan's talk show. He said something about taking the company private. The SEC sued his ass. Right. You can't do that. But there's no one regulating crypto. So he understands that. He knows that. He came in. He has the money to play around with it. The shit was dumb cheap. There was so much money coming in from the stimulus checks, and everybody wanted to, do something with the money because they at home. Also, everything was closed. The only thing was open was the stock market and the crypto space and Forex. Okay, you couldn't gamble. You couldn't do nothing else. All this free money coming in. Right? This was all, if you ask me, it was all staged. And that's why I was telling people before, because I saw it happen. But yeah, it's unregulated, and it's like the Wild Wild West. All right. So there's no real valuation on these coins. All right. There's no real use case on these coins. I'm gonna keep it real with you, because I've been telling people to buy Bitcoin and shit like that for the longest time. And my thing is, when it was dumb cheap, it was going to get to $100,000. Now it's $50,000. I'm not telling people to buy it now. We're trading it. Okay. Right. We're not, and we're playing with stop orders and things like that. Now, these crazy coins that are going off, like Dogecoin and all these types of coins, right? Mm-hmm. For the longest time, they weren't on the big exchanges. So it was hard to get them. You had to go through hoops and hurdles to get to them or whatever. Go overseas, right? And so, like, what happened today with the whole market with Ethereum and with Tesla, making the announcement. A lot of these tokens, so they're not even coins, they're tokens. They are built on the Ethereum network, right? So he thought the Ethereum guy, he was given like 40%, sometimes 50% of these coins, like Shiba, Fox, Akita. You know, I know you probably saw all these dog coins popping up everywhere.
Yep.
Like, oh, it's a new coin every day. Boop, boop, boop. And they all were built on the Ethereum network, right? But they weren't their own code. It was just like they were riding the back of Ethereum. And so they ended up sending him like 50% of their supply. And what it was supposed to be like a marketing thing where it's like, look, the guy's name is, the crypto space call him VB. You know, he's got a very unique name, so they just call him VB, and he's the owner of Ethereum or whatever. And so all these companies, the idea was sending this to him was like, hey man, VB, support us. Look at his wallet, because you can see it, you know, on the blockchain, on the Ethereum scan blockchain, you can see the transactions, and it's like, oh, this guy, he supports this coin, Shiba, Elon Doge, or you know, all these other coins that were going on, because he got 50% of it in his wallet. Look, y'all, it was unsolicited. He didn't ask for it. Okay. And then also with them doing all this, building it on his network, that's why the gas fees on the Ethereum network are insane right now. You try and buy $20 worth of swapping over from Ethereum to one of these tokens, you got to pay $300 in fees to even get $20 worth of the product, you know, the product, because these coins did this. So my man was like, nah, and he unloaded all of them. You know, they thought he would never sell. He unloaded all of them, and here's the effect. So I said all that to say, this is the rich man's playground. They have enough money to make these coins move. All you have to do is have a majority amount of these coins, because a lot of people don't understand what's going on in the crypto space. They're literally like, oh, Doge, go buy Doge, go buy Fox, go buy Shiba, go buy, you know, and don't even understand. So, you know, these rich people know that. So they come in, they buy up a lot, push the price up. Like Elon was all for Doge, he was all for Bitcoin, right? Then he got his profits, got out. Oh, now it's bad. It's bad for the economy. It's good for the environment, blah, blah, blah. And then they push the price back down. And then guess what they do? Jump right back in. Okay. Yep. And then the process, the amateurs, the people that are on Facebook telling everybody, buy Doge, buy this. And when it go up, they like, oh, it's going to keep going to $1. Then they turn around and collapse. And it goes so fast. They like, oh, and then they close for a loss. Okay. And then the rich people come back in and buy it, and the price start to go back up. Then they jump back in the trade higher than when they jumped out of the trade. And you just getting your ass smashed back and forth because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. It's just like that. That's how this crypto space is. That's how they play around with them. You know? But you can make money here. You just got to know how to read these candles. That's all it is.
So which one do you prefer, crypto or stocks?
Well, so I actually made $1 million trading crypto. So I like that one better. You know what I'm saying? But I'll keep it real though. Stocks, I like stocks for investing. Right. So there's a difference. Okay. You know, when you're investing, like Warren Buffett, he say, you ask Warren Buffett, what's your average holding time for your stocks and whatnot? And he says forever. Right. And I get that. So I have portfolios that I built to never sell. Right. Like my dividend portfolios inside my retirement account. Okay. All this stuff that I'm being paid in here, you know what I'm saying? Now, unfortunately for me, you know, if you make over $140,000 a year, you can't open a Roth IRA, but you can open a traditional IRA, and then you can do what's called a backdoor IRA or backdoor Roth IRA. All right. So in the traditional, all of the gains, all of the, you know, whether it be from stock appreciation, you know, from stock going from $10 to $20 or whatever, dividend, you know, which is basically when a company making pros or they got cash reserves, and then they basically throw you, it's just like the plug throwing you some extras for being loyal. You feel me? Just holding it, boom, boom, boom. And then interest, anything that happened with that stock in that account, if it's a Roth, it's all tax free. If it's a traditional IRA, it's tax deferred. So anyway, I'm doing all of this in a retirement account, and I'm getting these dividends and things like that. And I don't plan to sell the stocks, because the dividends, if I can get enough shares, right? Like say, for example, AT&T. AT&T is one of the companies that I like because they have a high dividend yield. Okay, so
we back.
We back. We've been on here just talking.
Chopping it up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But I was saying with AT&T though, like they got a real good dividend yield. So say for example, you spend your lifetime building a portfolio in AT&T and you reach, I don't know, 40,000 shares. Well, 40,000 shares at current, market price is going to produce $100,000 a year in dividend income. You feel me? So I ain't gotta do nothing.
Okay.
That's the type of, with the investing is long term. It's like you want to, and then the trading, I'm always looking to hit a goal, right? Quick and get in and get out. I try to do like day trades and swing trades and things like that. The difference between those two would just be that, a day trade would.
I lost. I can't hear anything.
Yeah, your audio cut out.
I can hear you, Prof. That's it.
Yeah, his audio cut out. Let me see if we can bring him back.
Here we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you back.
Okay. Well, I don't know where I was at, but I don't know the last thing you heard, but
you was talking about the AT&T. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So basically, again, with the long term investing, I'm looking into companies that pay a dividend. AT&T pays a dividend, so therefore I'm trying to build a big enough holding in AT&T to produce $50,000, $100,000 a year in dividend income, that passive income. And then with the trading, I do that with the stocks as well. Like for example, a lot of the stocks that happened last year that failed, I traded those. Like we did Peloton, we did like 240% on Peloton. We traded that one, because I just felt like it was going to be a tradable company. I don't really look at the newer companies to invest in. I look at them to trade in, and I invest in the older companies. That's just something I do.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like I said, I targeted a bunch of anything that was affected by COVID. I had jumped in Party City because Party City was low because shit, wasn't nobody throwing no parties. You know what I'm saying? It was like I was using just common sense shit. What else? Then I got somebody about Express Spa. It's a spa that's in a lot of major airports, but I got a tip that it was converting into COVID testing centers. So we bought a bunch of Express Spa and it changed to Express Check, which is crazy that I ended up getting a COVID test there before I went to Hawaii. So I was just targeting anything that was hit by COVID that I thought would bounce back. That was kind of like my strategy starting off into it. And it worked out. And then I just started flirting with the crypto. Like I got into the Dodge, I got it at 5 cents. And when it peaked at 71, I jumped. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning as I go, but I'm doing like low risk shit. You know what I'm saying? Or something that I believe in, or I know that's gonna bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Like Party City, I knew it was gonna bounce back once the world opened back up. But I knew when the pandemic, ain't nobody throwing any events or no parties is going on, that stock was gonna drop. I think I called it like 81 cents or something like that. You know what I mean? And that was my kind of strategy. You know what I'm saying? And just trying to build off of that. Like I said, I'm still new to the space.
Is it a specific site or place that you go to see all this trade and stuff? Because like I said, I ain't really deep into it, but I do fuck around on Cash App, the Cash App stock shit. You know what I mean? But other than that, I got a partner in Houston that's really been trying to get me to get into it. They be on their phones doing something and shit when I'm down there, but I don't know what the hell going on. So I am definitely interested in learning more though. You know what I mean? And investing, because me and the wife talk about it sometime and doing different things like that, because my thing is like this shit. I work for a vacation now anyway. So, the kids grown and like I said, me and the wife, we eat and drive and go where the hell we want to go. You know what I mean? So, and that's what it's about now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kicking it with the grandbabies. Shit, spoil the shit out of them and send them home.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Fidelity. I like Fidelity Investments because, again, Cash App is great, but it's an individual account, right? And I think I think you should have them all open. Actually, I think you should have an individual account because the individual account allows you, the liquidity of being able to get your cash if you need it without being penalized. Because if you're in an IRA, it's a retirement account. So, you can't touch it unless you're 59 and a half. Big. So you know what I mean. So, but I like I like IRAs just for the tax benefits that come with them. Cause like at the end of the day, you feel me? We all gonna work towards some type of retirement. So, you know, you might well get them tax dollars. You know, and then a new one I'm about to start dropping on niggas because I like to do shit niggas ain't doing. Like I see niggas doing all, you know, like Burr was saying, everybody a guru in stocks and shit like that. So what I'm finna start teaching niggas now is self-directed IRAs because I know niggas don't know about that.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's also especially for the younger cats that's watching, it's different life insurance policies that you can get that you can also pull money out of and use it to invest. So a lot of people don't know that. One of my partners from college, Jeff Granger from Granger Financial, he was doing during COVID, he was doing Financial Fridays, and he was giving out information in game, and he talked about that where one of his clients was trying to buy a property and didn't even realize that I believe it was was it term life?
And was it term life? Oh yeah. I think it might, or is it? Yeah, I think it's term life. Yeah, I don't know. Give me the line.
he ended up borrowing it from his life insurance. He ended up pulling $30,000 out to buy an investment property, and just didn't even realize he had that access to that capital. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. And then, as far as like he said, you should have all type of accounts. I had E-Trade, Fidelity. I got Robinhood. Even got some stuff going on Cash App. So it just it's being diversified. Just because you never know what you need to pull out or what type of you're trying to make. And I always say, well, real estate, you know, having some type of physical property is always going to be money because you can always rent it out or you can always flip it. Like right now, the market in Michigan is crazy. Yeah. Because universal term. That's what it is. Thanks, Journey. So the market in Michigan is crazy. Motherfuckers getting 30, 40, 50,000 over asking price because people got all this bread to buy homes, but there's not enough homes for sale. So right now, if you got property, you can cake off on it because it's going to drop back down. It's just like stocks. When it shoot up, you get out of it. Now the market is crazy. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm finna sell my house in Southfield. So we trying to push it to the limit. Cause right now, motherfuckers is going over the asking price because it's not enough houses. It's more buyers than it is sellers right now.
Well, and that's the man. When I was down your way, Prof, that's the same thing I heard down there. What's going on?
Yeah, see, down here it's kind of the opposite. Well, it's the same thing. It's high as hell. If you got the property to sell, then you're in a position. If you're in the buying, you know what I'm saying, then it's not good for you because you're going to possibly overpay. You know what I'm saying? The market is hot. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you got property, like, I remember, man, I was talking about this last show about 6 or 7 years ago. I tried to start an investment team. It was called Case on Investments. It was my two kids' name put together, and I was it was back when the auction was big in Detroit, where you can buy a house in our neighborhood, Ecorse Real Southwest, $2,000-$3,000. So I'm telling them, if we all put $5,000 in, it's 10 of us, we got $50,000 worth of buying power. You know what I'm saying? With that amount of capital, we can buy 10 to 15 houses, rehab, flip, or if we rent them all out because in our community, the keeping it a buck, it's a rental community.
Yeah,
we're not really buying houses out there. It's a rental community. But if we got 10 properties pulling $700 a month, look what we cashing out a year. Then guess what? In a year or two, now we going into the burbs buying those houses. But nobody saw the vision until 3 years later when the shit was oversaturated and everybody running up the auction prices. Then niggas wanted to get in. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So sometimes it's about having people with the right mind, because if you ain't got the right, if you're chasing the pennies when the dollars is just a little bit further down the street. You know what I'm saying? But that's why you got to get with like-minded people. Like the conversation that we having now is big. You know what I'm saying? Because the way we all think, we can all get it. Like DY, we done got money together. You know what I'm saying? In multiple things. You know what I'm saying? And me and the Wolf just really make some power plays. But it's so much shit that we can do. If sometimes we got to either pool our resources or just networking with each other. You got people that's on the same plane, but we still got that crab in the bucket shit. Like a nigga don't want to see you get more, so they rather just die together. You know what I'm saying? It's so fucking, it's just mind blowing, these opportunities that's out for us to take advantage of. Like I'm seeing people getting cake right now, and I'm seeing them lobster boils pop up. I'm seeing a lot of Gucci. Y'all got Gucci and Kanye looking real nice. You know what I'm saying? And make this money stretch, man. I'm just being real, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I want my people to win. So when I see this shit, it bothers me. You know what I'm saying? I see the waste. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's time for you to put yourself in a position because this shit is going to stop. So when it stopped, what's the next move? You know what I'm saying? That's like a lot of niggas. I ain't gonna say nobody names, but I know niggas that took them buyouts from them, you know, Ford and Chrysler, and that shit was going in a year. You get 60 to 100. Spend it. Now you spending more because you got it, but nothing is replacing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we taught to be spenders, man, instead of being like, I like, just say for instance the Dogecoin little flips, right?
Yeah.
You make a couple of dollars out of that. Guess what you just did? You could secure something else, or shit, go take your fucking family on a vacation, do something we ain't never done, and the stock market just paid for it. You ain't work for that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's where my mind at shit, nigga. I'm 41, so I'm trying to live life and just travel. I'm trying to I fly out damn near every weekend to take pictures or shoot or film videos of weddings, come back home and build up what we got going, and we traveling. That's all. That's my vice. And I just want, you know, put themselves in a position to do more. You feel me? Because it's out here to get. Motherfuckers is just, nigga, it's ridiculous the amount of money that's floating around right now. And motherfuckers just rental cars and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Right.
Hey, do either one of you guys follow Chameleon?
I don't follow him, but I'm aware of what he's doing
of his business moves,
tech world.
Well, I heard him say some shit the other day, man. And I mean, I don't follow him, but it'd be popping up, and I guess I catch it. He said the other day, you know, he said a lot of rappers and entertainers and athletes coming up to him and asking him about different stocks, and investments, and about the risk. And he say, risk. He say, you risk and go spend $30,000 on a chain. You spend $100,000 on a vehicle. That's a risk. Investing and investing in yourself and investing in your money in your future. That's a risk. But I would rather risk that to make money instead of buying shit to depreciate.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And we don't see that. We don't understand between assets and liabilities. That's the problem. We don't even get it because nobody talks about it. So all we know is bad. We don't understand that $30,000, $40,000 change is worthless once you leave because it's custom. It ain't nothing that's appreciated. You got a chain with your fucking name on it. Shit, how you gonna resell that? Unless you gonna find a nigga.
So you gotta find a nigga with the same name, right? Exactly.
Exactly. And it got to be spelled the same way because, you know, we black folks, we like to put an extra A and U and all type of shit on. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip of that, ain't nothing wrong with treating yourself if you put yourself in a position, like you said, if I'm going to spend this much on weed, I'm going to invest the same amount. You see what I'm saying? So that way your investment is paying for your recreational needs. You feel what I'm saying? But we gotta start thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? We not thinking like that. We thinking short term and we just enjoying the moment. And the moment is gonna be over and life is so short, man. I be so pissed when I see motherfuckers doing them GoFundMe's to bury your people. Yeah. Nigga got 3 cell phones. You can't pay $20 a month, put some insurance. And what really pisses me, you know your kids out here, wow. You know what I'm saying? You know your people out here is active. Put some money on them so that when the inevitable happens, you know what I'm saying? You can cover it. You ain't out here begging or asking for no help. And that's one thing I fucking hate. When my dad got sick, I told him we not selling no fucking dinners. We not doing none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to be responsible. You know what I'm saying? And I think that as a community, we got to take more responsibility in the shit we do financially, man, because we fucking up a lot of money. It look good. And then we showing off with people that has less. How the fuck I'm pressing a nigga that ain't got more than me already? I shouldn't even be focused on that. You know what I'm saying? And it baffles me. But like I say, platforms like this, conversation like this, I think is just needed. Hopefully hearing it from somebody that look like us. Because like I said, we 3 generations. So anybody, we can attest to, at least we ain't like, I know it's hard to listen to people that's older than you and you feel like they might be out of touch. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm 40, people in my age group like, damn, he on some shit. We can relate. 50-year-olds can relate to D White. The 30-year-olds can relate to you because, you know what I'm saying? Or they can relate to all of us if possible. But it got to be, that's like when we speak with kids and shit. Like I do career days and shit. I never go get suited and booted. I try to come casual because I want them to know I'm from where you from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I always do that. So I come with the hoodie and the glasses all the time.
So hey man, look.
It's a part of the thing. Like all it, you know, it's important. Like what you said, that shit very important, you know. And also I do, you know, like I'm gonna show you right here. Hey, this is Spickwolf. How's it going? Fantastic. Yeah. So right, so like I can, you feel me? I can get on with the white folks and do what I need to do, but I understand that, you know, if my nigga don't understand the term, the definition that come with dividend, I know I can break it down. You know what I'm saying? And some terms street nigga gonna understand.
Well,
So,
that saying is that saying is from the White House to the crack house. I can hold a conversation anyway. It doesn't make no difference. So, you know,
we're giving up too much game. They keep kicking me out of here.
Back in the day, back in the day, man, older cat told me, man, he say, "Young dog, you shining, man. You impressing the shit out these niggas." And then he said, "You impressing the shit out these niggas." And he said it 3 times. And I said, man, what you mean by that? You impressing the shit out these niggas. Women don't give a fuck about none of that shit you doing. And I was like, huh? He said, yeah, you impressing the shit out these niggas. And when he told me that, it sat back and sunk in and was like, I ain't trying to impress no niggas. He said if you trying to attract a woman, that shit that you got on and the shit you doing, they don't look at that shit. They don't look at that at all. So I changed my approach. I changed my approach, how I did things, how, you know, like now.
And you know what's funny? What about you saying?
We lost you.
No, I'm back. You got me? You can hear me?
We lost you. Yeah, you back now. Yeah.
Yeah, the signal out here is tripping, man. Apologize to y'all. But
okay.
I can't remember. We was at the Sting, right?
Okay.
I mean, it's back when Jim Jones' Ballin' song was like the hottest shit out. So Tone, rest in peace, Tone. Montana, you know what I'm saying? Tone was like, don't throw no money until Ballin' come on. So we chilling, we ain't ball come on, right? Everybody throw their bread, right? It's just stupid in there. But we wasn't there to impress the chicks. We was just trying to we was balling back. And that day, it was really shit, like, you know what I'm saying? And it hit me at night when we left, like that was some of the dumbest shit in the world. We trying to impress some niggas. The chicks was cool with the little $30 and $40 worth of ones we was throwing on them. But we probably threw probably 10,000 on one song to stun on the niggas that was sitting across the way. You know what I'm saying? Cut with, I'm gonna come dance with me and pay one of her bills. You know what I'm saying? We were just wasteful with money, but we was really, it wasn't for the chicks. We was, and that shit was just stupid. And that was that. Oh, here told you that.
Yeah, so, bro, I remember going to the Black Orchid, man, at probably 4:00 in the afternoon. Took me and 2 of the young dogs from the neighborhood, you know what I mean? And I spent $5,000 in there and did not get one dance. Didn't get one dance. All I did was ate and I drank and made sure they had a good time. And I ain't think nothing of it, but I thought about it later on in life. I was like, I want to spend $5,000 in probably about 8 hours span. And all I did was got a headache and gas.
That's how we was living, man. Back then, you know, and we getting that money fast. You know what I'm saying? So when you get it fast, you thinking like, fuck it, you gonna make it back. One phone call, you gonna get that money right back.
Yeah.
And so we not thinking the mentality that we should have in that era. All the money that was floating through the neighborhood brown in before them indictments hit and shit. We should have owned the whole neighborhood, but we wasn't mentally thinking like that. We was thinking to make money, throw the money, jack the money, be flashy, stun on niggas that ain't got what we already got, and we gonna hustle it back because the hustle was that good.
I remember getting phone calls. I need you to be in line in the morning. I'm out. I ain't take nothing. I go shopping when I get there and leave the shit there when I leave. Man, just boy, oh boy.
If
I had just a fraction.
Look, you said something. you said something though earlier about owning the properties and shit, and I just wanted to kind of like just kind of touch on it a little bit. So the SDIRAs that I'm about to start teaching people about is perfect for what you're talking about, right? So when in these self-directed IRAs, it's you know, you can invest in property in it. Okay, so again, it's a retirement account, so the tax benefits are great. So if you sell a home, there's no luxury tax, no taxes, period. All right, so they self-directed IRAs we definitely aren't taught about because that's the real sauce. All right, so all these homes that we're talking about, we can buy them in the motherfucking self-directed IRA, have them as rental properties. Okay, so the money coming back into the IRA. And guess what's happening in the IRA? You get tax free if it's in a Roth, or tax deferred if it's in the IRA. So it's the same exact thing, except you got tax benefits, and you can continue to buy the homes in the IRA as long as the funds are in there. So that's another thing where it's like, shit, we knew that. That's what I'm saying. So, and I know niggas don't really know about that one. So that's when I'm about to really start focusing on and teaching people that one, because we need that one.
So in the curriculum in high school, they don't teach that in equals rule in Southwest Detroit. But I'm guaranteed the shit that you just said, they probably teach it in Bloomfield, Livonia, and school districts like that.
Absolutely.
Bullshit. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
None of the things we need to do, the same history, the same shit that's been going on for the last 30, 40 years. Nothing that's really a life skill. Because after you get through basic math, that's pretty much all you really retain. You know what I'm saying? Who gives a fuck when, you know what I'm saying, when the Declaration of Independence was signed? It wasn't even for us anyways. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the shit that we get taught in school really is useless. You know what I'm saying? Like, my kids, like, if they want to go to college, I'm all for it. But if you go to college for something that you can actually get a job for with that degree. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times it's a waste of money. If I go to college for 4 or 5 years and I get a job that's not using my degree, I might well get that same job out of high school. Now I got 5 years of experience. Right. You know what I'm saying? Even in college, right? Think like I was on a basketball scholarship, so I was lucky. I didn't have to pay out of pocket. But your first 2 years of college, you taking prerequisites before you even get into the school that you're graduating out of. And those prerequisites have nothing to do with your major. So now you're paying 2 years of extra money for nothing.
You paying the college. You paying the college. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, what I need a humanities class for if I'm going into a tech field, or if I'm going into my degree is in political science. That shit, them prerequisite class had nothing to do with political science. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Think about it. It should be
it's a business though.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a business, but my thing is this: take advantage of the business. Don't let the business take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? College, man, I got three people that I'll never forget. Dr. Dorman, and it was my econ teacher. He was so pro-black. His name was Tyrone Ferdinand. And then I had a political science teacher named Mamie Bacote. And he always talked about black dollar, black power. Like he didn't like Oprah. He didn't like Beyonce. He didn't like Oprah because she blew Dr. Phil up. She said all she do is blow white people up, right? He didn't like Beyonce. He like, why Beyonce doing L'Oreal or CoverGirl, some shit? Why she didn't get with a black company and blow them up? Like, that's how pro-black he was. He was like straight Black Panther type nigga, though. You know what I'm saying? Shit he used to be talking used to be some real shit. You know what I'm saying? And just, I think about that now, like the power and influence that we have as a people, we need to take advantage of it into like building up our shit up. Like, think about all the stores in our neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? How many are black owned? Maybe, as far as party stores, right? Maybe 1 or 2.
In who neighborhood?
In our course alone.
Where's a black
one party store?
I'm trying to figure out.
Where?
On 12th Street in Vincent. Ego. It's a small store. It used to be the 412, I think, back in the day. That little store, that's the only black owned look. It's on Soliat and 12th Street.
Oh shit, I rode by.
Yeah. That's
in your area, I think it was the 412. In my area, it was the donut shop.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I think that's the only black-owned store we got.
Okay, yeah.
That's crazy. But you know what, though? I'm gonna tell you like this.
Why you think all stores?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with our people. Right? We wait for the white people to say it's okay. All right, now we got Visiger right now. Visiger is tore down right now. Why ain't nobody stepping up to do it right now? But y'all want to wait for the white person to come and get it, and then once they come and get it, because it's already devalued, niggas is literally scared of Visitor right now. Want to wait for somebody else to come in, clean it up. That's not how the game works. The game works, you got to be the nigga to gentrify the shit. If you wait for them to gentrify the shit, it's over. Like Visitor is a prime example. Visitor is a prime example. If niggas want ownership, Visitor is there. Nobody wants it. But niggas don't really want that shit like that.
I had a conversation. Yesterday, man. I had my mother and all the women in my life that's important to me. I did a Mother's Day thing for them, and I had them over here, man, and they were talking about before the riots and all that back in '67. Man, they said you didn't have to leave the neighborhood for nothing. Everything was right here. Nope. Everything was right here in the city, and Ecorse and River Rouge. They said it was 2 theaters, movie theaters in Rouge. I couldn't believe it.
You know, Mr. Worthy got pictures of all that. The Visitor
right?
Hotel on Visitor called the Visitor Inn. Mr. Worthy got a old school fucking picture book with all those pictures. He brought it to my office one day, and I went through it, and I meant to, and I never, you know how you be like, I'm gonna scan them, so I can have. I never scanned them. Mr. Worthy got all that shit documented. He got a picture of how Visitor used to look. It was all black owned, hotels, shops, clubs, everything right there on that strip.
I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
It should be in a museum somewhere. The shit he got.
Wow. I would love.
I mean, and it's so much history right there, and it's right now it's devalued. You know, it's gonna stay devalued until somebody has enough balls to come in and renovate it. You know, and unfortunately, you know, the conversations with the people that I've had in the neighborhood that I feel like are the ones trying to push everything forward, you know, they are afraid of Visitor right now. You know, it's a lot of niggas getting chopped on Visitor. You know, the little nigga got killed right there at the gas station. I mean, it's always some shit going on with it.
Yeah,
so niggas scared of it, but I mean, the white people, they're oblivious.
Yeah, but I think a lot of that comes to the fact that ain't shit to do. Ain't no centers, ain't no rec leagues.
Exactly.
Ain't, you know, they say the idle man is a devil workshop. If you ain't got shit to do, we're gonna sit here and diss each other, shoot each other, fight each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, it ain't shit out there to do. When I was coming up, I had the center for a minute, then it closed, but we at least had the outside courts, or we used to hoop in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? It was something to do. The Tri-City opened up on Jefferson. We used to play ball with the Tri-City Rebels, flag football. It was shit to do. There's nothing for them kids to do.
Nothing.
And they influence, you know what I'm saying? And like a lot of fathers not in the house, so they influenced by the streets. So this is what they see. They influenced by the music. Like when I was young, you know, we grew up on the gangster rap era, but we knew not to do this dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? But now these kids is on demon time for real. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole restructuring that needs to be done. And I think it's gonna have to start with people that think like us. Because if we just sit back and just point the finger and we don't do nothing active to try to help any situation or rebuild anything, then shit, we part of the problem.
True that.
Yeah.
True that.
I think, you know, I think it starts though with kind of, you know, getting our financial literacy in order, because a lot of the things that we do, the chances we take is all based on trying to make this money, when realistically there is a game out there, and a lot of us from the hood are brilliant people. We are the ones, okay? So if we can figure out how to maneuver in the streets, this is the streets too. It's just Wall Street. You feel me? It's the same street though. It's the same hustle, man. It's dope. You feel me?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Buffalo sell for high. That's the ultimate.
You feel me? Ain't shit changed. You know,
if you can flip some bowls or some bricks, you can flip some stocks and some bonds and some crypto and anything. You can invest in anything, even if just investing in yourself, man. Like we was talking before we went live. You know what I'm saying? Like my podcast network. Right now we got 5 shows. We got our own app. We got all type of equipment. Like right now I'm at my brother's crib, so I just bought a small setup over here because I wanted to chill in the pool. You know what I'm saying? Like investing in yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't wait for no handouts. You know what I'm saying? If your people ain't trying to invest in you, you take that 9 to 5 and turn them extras into something else. And I'm telling you, you'll live a better life, and you'll put your kids in a position, man. I love when my daughter can run the camera for me. I love to pay her to do it. You know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
anything like that. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit. And I'm thinking about, like, I probably got 3 to 4 more years to be shooting weddings. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to be 50 years old standing on my feet for 12 hours. Even though I own the company, I'm trying to chill. So this is about to be my next lane in life. I'm going to get paid to run off at the mouth. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm going to do. Sit on my ass with my feet in my brother's pool, eat snacks, and travel. You know what I'm saying? This is about to be the life.
That nigga
But
say eat snacks.
but I put myself in this position. You know what I'm saying? I put myself in this position. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, it's just been a grind. It ain't all been sweet. You know what I'm saying? But I was willing to take some sacrifices or take some losses to gain where I'm at. Like, you know how good feel to just book a flight. I ain't got to ask nobody for no time out. I always joke and say I text myself when I want to take the day off. You know what I'm saying? But that shit feels great. Nigga, my daughter never seen daycare. I dropped her off and picked her up from school her whole life. You see what I'm saying? Like, I put myself in a position to do that. And I think if we all get light, but like I say, being an entrepreneur ain't for everybody. I'm not knocking nobody that got a 9 to 5. My mom had a 9 to 5 and she made it happen as a single parent and raised us all good. She raised 3 college graduates. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, if you want more and you feel that you want to get more, take these chances, man, and just do your research. Like anything, man. Motherfuckers selling dinner, sell them dinner.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, that's money. You know what I'm saying? Anything you want to do back, motherfuckers, t-shirt, I swear to God, t-shirts is the sweetest hustle. I've been doing it since college. I was doing that shit in my dorm because I was on a basketball scholarship. So we couldn't get a job. So I'm like, man, I didn't feel like a man to be 22 calling my mama for Western Unions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in that motherfucker, man. I'm selling $2 t-shirts in 2003. You feel what I'm saying? And it's a hustle. I'm seeing a lot of people get their little money, they getting crickets and heat presses. Do that shit. Run it up. Because guess what? And don't be like, oh, so-and-so doing it too. Go to the fucking grocery store and look at the bread aisle. You know how many different bread companies is in there?
Right.
I'm just being real, because a lot of people get that thing like, oh, I don't want to do it because they doing it, or they biting what I'm doing. Listen to this here. I'm a photographer, right? That's what I do for a living. This other shit is side hustles. I only can be one person, one place on a Saturday. It's 50,000 events going on every Saturday and Sunday and Friday. I can't do it all. So that means it's money for you. It's money for me. You know how many people I call like, hey, can you do this? I can't get there. I'm in AZ now. You know, people call me for a baby shower. I hit my boy Lou up. Hey, Lou, you available? I got a shower for you. Call this lady. So you know what I'm saying? We getting it together. But people, we got to get out of the mindset, because what's for you is for you.
That's why, bro, I don't hold no information. You need to know something. And if I know it, I ain't finna hold no information. Because my thing is like this: each one teach one with me. You know what I mean? Just like me and you. It's always been favor for a favor. Bro, can you do this for me? Or bro, can you do that for me? Or bro, I need help with this.
D was running a motherfucking business from prison, nigga. You the GOAT, nigga. This nigga was running the business from the prison, nigga. This nigga had a laptop. We was video chatting, taking care of shit. Hey, probably go do this. Boom. We get his groups on show. This nigga was incarcerated, my nigga. So if a nigga in jail can run a business, I don't want nothing from you free niggas out here. You know what I'm saying? You niggas is in the free world.
Nigga was on the laptop.
Yeah, this nigga was in prison, my nigga. Sending us, we had a group. It was called COB. It was the Commission of Bosses. This niggas was sending us fucking patches for our shirts and our jackets from the joint. This nigga can run a business network from a laptop and phones. I don't want to hear that shit. It ain't no excuse, my nigga. It ain't.
Bro, let me tell you the story, dog. I swear to you, man. When I got to prison, bro, and them bars slammed, and I heard like 10,000 motherfuckers talking at one time, and I said to myself, "This shit ain't me. This ain't for me." So I vowed to not fall into the mentality of what they had going on in there. My thing was, I'm gonna stay free. My mind gonna stay free. So the first thing I did, bro, I sat down and started reading the Bible. Been in church all my life. Mom and daddy made us go to church. So I sat down and started reading the Bible. I read Bible cover to cover. And what I figured out was everything I was reading was maintaining to my life. No matter what it was that I was reading, my life. So I took that from to where I would say, I don't know now one of these niggas in here. I came in here by myself. I'm gonna leave this bitch by myself. So I just took that mentality, man, and started to transform myself from that street nigga that knew the streets to try to transfer myself into a businessman to where I learned to where, okay, as a businessman, I'm an entity. So my name is good. You know what I mean? I can walk down any fucking street in the city and I'm good. And that's just how I try to balance my life out. So, and I transferred that over to, damn, okay, I got to come up with a plan. So when I finally go home, I got to hit the ground running. I called talking to my brother one day and he said, bro, what you gonna do? I say, I'm gonna start me a record label. I've been dibbling and dabbling in the music shit when I was in Houston, fucking around with Dead Game Records and doing street promotions for Rap A Lot and all that type of shit. I'm gonna start my own record label. And that's what I did, bro. I did that shit from prison. Start ordering books and reading and shit. I ain't never sat down and read a book in my life. You know what I'm saying? So I start sitting down reading, man, and getting myself together and trying to be business minded and thinking of myself not as an individual but as an entity. And I hooked up with Prof. Somehow I was sneaking and getting on the internet and what? Listen, my thing is I'm finna learn everything in this motherfucker about the prison system that I could. My thing was they had all these fucking programs that nobody wasn't taking advantage of. And I started fucking with all that shit. And it got to the point to where I was able to sneak and get on the telephone, sneak and get on the computer, because they would just leave me in there. Shit, computer, internet? I don't know too much about it, but I know how to say, I can figure something out to try to do some email or some shit. So, so I hooked up with Prof, man, and ever since he helped me, which is crazy. Wow. I signed my first group. I was in prison. Shot a music video. I was in prison. And I orchestrated all that shit from prison for my nigga Prof, my little brother, my cousin, broad I used to mess with, and what's dude's name from East Side? Prof, I can't leave him out because he was very instrumental. Dude named he's still rapping to this day.
Shit, I can't think of his name. I know you're talking about.
Yeah. But man, them niggas held me down. Astro. Yeah. Man, them niggas held me down, man, and I had little bread put up, so I would call my sister, hey, send us over there, do this, do that, bro. And I was so proud of myself to where I said, when I get home, I hit the ground running, and I ain't stop. I ain't look back, man. I ain't look back, and I can say this because he's home. Big T, when he touched down, I told him, I said, bro, motherfuckers waiting for you to get home, bro. He's like, yeah, man, I know. He say, I don't know half of these niggas. I say, bro, they know you though. He's like, right. He said that's the scary thing about it. I can go sit down and kick it with him anytime I get ready. But I tell a motherfucker in a minute, man, I don't know them niggas. Shit, I don't know none of them niggas. But if you know, you know. You see what I'm saying? You know. So I don't walk around and have to claim nothing or do nothing because I am who I am. Because I tell people all the time, 180 Entertainment took a life of its own. Me, Prof, and some more cats that we used to play. Bro, we used to throw a showcase damn near every night. That's it. We used to throw a showcase damn near every night, man.
We got you on here, man. We definitely want to give you your flowers, man. To go do a bit to come home and to have multiple businesses, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. So we definitely want to salute you on that, man. Because a lot of people can't make it without going to prison. You went and did the shit, came home and took off.
Bro, like I said, I look at everything as a hustle. Like I said, I ain't afraid to tell nobody. I drive trucks. I cook you a full course meal in a minute. Shit. Yeah. Matter of fact, your house dirty, I will come power wash that motherfucker too. I look at everything as a hustle, bro. I look at everything as a hustle. And no matter what it is, my thing is like this. It's been that, done that. If I can go drive anything I want to drive, I can go eat and wear anything I want to wear. I told my wife the other day, I said, you know what? I'm gonna start wearing my damn clothes. I got shit with tags on it. I wear the same shit. Give me some damn khaki khaki camouflage pants and some comfortable ass Nikes and a t-shirt, I'm good. I'm good. And a hoodie.
Same hoodie.
And
Every
I'm
day.
good. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. You know what though? Because you look at the white folks, man. I'm sorry I didn't say what. I don't even give a fuck. Look at them, man. You know, they wearing Skechers and they wearing jeans and shit from Walmart and all that shit. Like, damn, they don't spend no money, but they got a bunch of that shit.
A lot of it. And that's how they keep it.
Of that shit. Yeah. And that's what hopefully this will lead up to, that anybody listen to it. Hope some young folks get a hold to it or whatever and start realizing, man, don't try to impress nobody but yourself and the man upstairs and the people that got to look out for you or you got to look out for. Because I swear, man, you talking about a joy, bro. I'm finna be 52 years old next month. Man, spending time with my grandbaby that's in Arizona, bro. You talking about, I mean, I sat there and watched him eat Red Lobster biscuits, man, and I sit there like I was watching the finest what's Lisa Ray Get Naked. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was just a joy, man. So, like I said, my life is so much simpler, bro. Give me a cigar, some scotch or some shit like that, and I'm good. So like I was in AZ, man, kicked it with my boy Sean. I just seen him on that host show. You know what I mean? My nigga Will, man. I didn't get to hang out with Prof, but I'll be back. And just, you know what I mean? And just sit back and kick it, man. And we ain't got to go out and flash and try to be seen. It ain't even about that shit no more. Because like I said, been there and done that.
Right.
Been there and done that.
Shit, I'm on the same tip. I'm on the same tip in the 30s where I ain't trying to, you feel me? It's a weird time in the world. You know, niggas just, they off their rocker right now. So for me, as you know, I just enjoy my solitude and, you know, my peace at home. And, you know, I don't really watch too much news and none of that shit, because just all that energy that you let in, it'll affect you. So I don't fuck none of that shit. You feel me? I stay on my affirmations, you know, and I get on Facebook. Now, here's the thing too about when I get on Facebook. See, like I go crazy on Facebook, but it's only because I'm an analytical guy. I look at the numbers, and when I do crazy rants like that, I get more traction, which is crazy to me. So I don't fucking get it. But I'm a businessman, and I look at numbers, and so when I do that, when I go crazy like that, people be like, "Oh, yeah, I fuck with this nigga." And it's just, again, it's how we were raised, right? We like that flashy, wild ass shit. So, you feel me? Niggas. So I get on there and I talk shit, and niggas be like, "Hey man, you right, dog. Let me get it to him." And I was, okay. All right.
That's real. Wow. That's real, man. I definitely, man, appreciate y'all taking some time out to kick it with your boy, man. So see, Wolf, man, but go ahead and get them your handles, let them know where they can follow you at, and let them know about your group and everything that you got going on.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm on all social media at The Hood Investor, TheHoodInvestor, or CEO Fields. All right. And then I got a bunch of online groups. One of them is gonna be Get You Some Hustle. And then so this is
I'm in the group.
You know, it's about all the hustles, like exactly what we're talking about. Cause I never had a job either, and it's always been hustles for me. So you know, and the bomb hustle on Instagram. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Well, shit, I'm D White, man. D White, man, or you what is it? Shit, 18 Entertainment on IG, man, and I ain't no. I'm still what you call it? I be trying to be,
internet guy.
Man, I be trying to be low key, man. But like I tell people, I see everything. I just don't say shit, man. I mean, if I see somebody that I fuck with out of pocket, I get with them. But other than that, I don't say shit, man. I mean, out of sight, out of mind is my motto. You know what I mean? You know, I try to walk in the snow and leave no footprint. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes.
You know, it is what it is, man. And like I said, I figured out. Young cat told me, man. I said, man, I've been out here in these streets a long time. He say, OG, these streets ain't the same. I was like, oh, okay. So he telling me to step back, and I what I did. I got the hell out of his way. I let him have it. So you know what I mean. So peace and love to everybody, man. And always know you gotta answer to something. Somebody. You gotta respect something. Period.
So I'm gonna need y'all to hold on. I want y'all to stay on after so we can chop it up offline real quick.
For sure.
But everybody, I appreciate everybody that's in the comments, leaving comments. I see y'all. Make sure y'all download my app, realishradioapp.com. It's a free download to work on iOS and Android, and you can have it on your desktop computer. Make sure y'all keep supporting the movement. Like and share Real Ish Radio. We got 5 shows. Make sure you check out Transparency Place. Check out Sisters Talking Ish. That's my wife and my 2 sister-in-law show. They on there doing their thing. And my homegirl Blaine from Hampton University, one of my classmates. She also got a show on the network called Live with Blaine J. So, and I also got another show called Let's Talk About It, where I interview one-on-one interviews where I just show love to people that's doing their thing in business, education, or whatever. So just keep supporting us. If y'all see this video, like it, share it. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. And we're actually live on the Real Ish Radio app right now. So, man, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all support, man. Keep tapping in. Sisters Talking Ish is this Saturday, 1 p.m., 1-ish Pacific time, 4 o'clock East. And you always can go back and check out all our old episodes. They're on the app. All the audio will be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you can find podcasts. And I'm going to check in with y'all real soon.
Hi, guys. I'm Kalia.
I'm Salita.
And we want to welcome you to our new podcast called Sisters Talking Ish on the Real Ish Radio Network.
So download the app at realishradioapp.com.
And you can also watch us on Facebook and YouTube and listen to the audio on all streaming platforms. Hope you guys check us out soon.